And boom, we are live. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is time and energy management skills. This is one of those classes you want to come to prepared. Please come with everything you know and understand about time management on one side, and then begin to just take it in. Last webinar, a lot of people asked me, "Oh, coach, you started already. Did the class start earlier?" I'm starting now. Call your cohort members. I'm not waiting for anybody. All right. Now, time management is part of your ways to brand impact because impact cannot be rewarded except it's branded. Now, we have the same 24 hours in a day. My time is not enough is a language of people who cannot manage their time. Every successful person, every single successful person I have studied is a good time manager because time management is life management. You can't do life without managing your time well and succeed so much from it. Many times we actually find, a lot of, people say to me, "Oh, I don't have time." It doesn't matter how long you say you don't have time. 24 hours is what is steady. See, that's where God has equalized every human being. Time. Whether you're big, small, white, black, 24 hours is 24 hours everywhere, anytime, any day. And like I said, if you cannot brand impact, impact can never be rewarded. And when I talk about impact, I talk about what you do with your children. I talk about what we do with work. I talk about what we do with your life. Your life needs to be branded. Your parenting needs to be branded. Your work, your ministry needs to be branded. And for it to be branded, time management is part of the ways where you can brand it. In fact, it is one of the biggest ways, if not the only way, because that's the way you can do it. I hear a lot of people say, "I'm just busy." How many times have you heard a friend, a co-worker, say things like that? Tone of exhaustion. In fact, we have even taken "I am busy" as something that is glamorous. I don't have time as something that is, like some kind of style. So you're talking to somebody, the next thing you say, "I really don't have time." People say things like, "I don't have time for parenting. These classes, I don't really have time." You think it's something that is applaudable. Ah, yeah. It is a huge gap in your life. The reason many of us cannot progress in life is because we cannot manage our time. We cannot manage our time. And in today's fast-paced world, we measure our own importance of those around us, but how much time we can pack up our days. We attempt to outdo, out hustle, out perform, or appear to, anyways, because sometimes even the "I'm busy" does not really equal to "I'm busy." And I say this to you: if you have to ever say, "I don't have time, I'm a very busy person," you have to announce it. There's something wrong. You're not busy enough. People who are busy don't go around telling people that they are busy. No, you're not busy enough. If you're really busy, you won't have time to explain why you're busy. I don't have the time to tell you that I'm busy, this, I don't really have the time and all of that. No, 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 no. If you are in that space where you need to be shouting, "I'm busy," just like when you say you are the father, and you're in the place where you keep saying, "I'm the man of the house. I'm the man of the." If you need to say that, then there's a problem with your leadership, sir. It's the same thing. Same thing. So I see a lot of people also say another myth is, "I want to create time." I want to create time. How can you create time? Time cannot be created. Time cannot even be managed. Yeah. Time can only be used. It is only energy you can manage. Those who are really busy don't have time to argue or explain. It was John Bytway that said, a man with experience is never at the mercy of a man with an opinion. I don't have time is an opinion. If you have the experience of really being busy, you won't have the time for that opinion in any way. Why is your time management skill not working? The reason your time management skill is not working is because, number one, you are focused on managing time instead of actually managing your energy. You are thinking that balance is what you need. I've heard a lot of people say to me, I want to really balance this life. I want to really balance my life. My life is now, I want to balance work, balance parenting. This life, get balance. Have you heard that Nigerian myth? Excuse me to people who are not Nigerians. Sorry, but it just means that this life doesn't have a balance. How do I explain it to you? This life no get balance. You see all this, I can achieve balance. You can't. Until you begin to practice essentialism, your time will always get stuck. Until you begin to practice essentialism, you will always get stuck with time. So it's about essentialism, not about time. No, never about time. So time can be managed. Energy can be managed. You can't balance time. You can only create the system of essentialism. And these are very key aspects of your time management system. Another reason why your time management system is failing is that you're setting unrealistic deadlines. Very unrealistic. You haven't built attention management skills. That's also why it's failing. That's why you're failing. So you will need to practice. It is never really about time, really. It has never really been about time. So time moves, whether you're ready or you're not ready. Time will move. Oh, time will move. What you can do, these are the 4 core things you can manage so that your time will be utilized properly. Number 1 is your energy. Number 2 is your focus. Number 3 are your priorities. Number 4 are your systems. Let me say that again. What you can manage is not time. What you can manage are these 4 systems in your life. Number 1, your energy. Number 2, your focus. Number 3, your priorities. Number 4, your systems. You can't balance time. You can only decide what is essential per time. So essentialism is a discipline of saying this matters, this doesn't matter, this can wait, this deserves my best energy. When you lack essentialism, everything feels urgent. Making your hair is urgent. Making your nails is urgent. Everything. When you embrace essentialism, only the important things remain. Do you know that in the subject of essentialism, when you understand it, even friends, you begin to eliminate some levels of friendship in your life. Because at that time, they don't serve you. Oh no, they don't. In that season of your life. That's not that. So as a parent, one of the things that you must embrace is essentialism. Because parenting is not about having more hours. You can't have more hours anyways. There's nothing we teach today that will help you to create more than 24 hours. You're not the creator of the universe. How can you create time? It's a myth that you can create time. So it's about having clear priorities within the hours you already have. So what essentialism does for you is that it creates emotional availability. It creates intentional structure. It has what we call focus presence, and it can sustain energy. Without it, you always feel busy. With it, you begin to feel purposeful. Most of us are busy doing nothing. Busy without result. Do you know you can be busy and there's no result? The problem is not your result, it's your report. Your report is your habits, the things you do on a daily basis. Most of it, something is wrong with that system that you already have. If it doesn't add value, and this is my time management principles. Number one, if it doesn't add value to me, is a distraction. Cut it off. Even people. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 time management principles I have embraced. If it doesn't add value to you, it's a distraction. Cut it off, even if it's people. If you're too busy, you're choosing low value activities over what matters. Shout out to the girl. You're choosing low value activities over what matters. Number 3, not every event deserves my presence. Some invitations are better ignored. I won't be there. Number 4, social media is not my problem. Lack of control is my problem. Number 5, the people you follow on social media will determine if I grow or if I remain mediocre. These are the 5 principles of being able to manage the systems of my time. Many times we actually say to ourselves, so somebody comes to invite you for a program, and then you look at your itinerary. It doesn't fit in. But so that they will not say, so that it will not, when you really think about it, you really need to be there. Ask yourself. Now, am I saying you should not attend people's event? No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that in the place where you are at that moment, does it really serve you? I remember that when we had the twins, we calculated the number of Saturdays that we will have, right? From 0 to 18, you have 960 Saturdays with your child. And then by the time we looked at it, we were people who worked. Our time, it means that we have limited time to be able to do what we needed to do. So what did we do? We cut out the meetings, cut out the what's it called? The weddings, cut out the Saturday events. People got angry. People were offended in those years. But you know what? We chose our heart. We chose our heart. Eventually, he paid us. Now we can attend any event. If you don't recognize where you are on your journey as a human being, you will fail in life. The first thing you want to do is, where am I? And they call you for every should be you are inside because you don't want to miss out. Maybe one of the things that you want to do is to even begin with the things, the place that you should be or shouldn't be. You have toddlers and you are attending 3 services. Madam, you are in choir with a toddler. How will you have time? Where is it coming from? Can you look at where you are at the moment of your life and choose at this time, where can I be? Where can I serve in the kingdom of God without having to? Your children are also a service system. I hope you know. You are in church morning to night. Husband is church morning. The children are running around in church. Nobody is shepherding them. Maybe it's one uncle. I remember Pastor Chubuzo, who is probably also listening, sharing a testimony in one of the inner circle events. And he said he was in church. I'm a pastor. Because my children roam around in church, my 8-year-old was shown porn in church by a church member. You need to actually choose today what is most important. So in those years, as the twins were growing up, we didn't go anywhere. My children didn't attend the wedding until they were about, I think, 9 or something. The first proper wedding they went for was at 13, their uncle's wedding. Yes, that's the first proper. They've attended 2 weddings in their life. It's not a child's event. Why am I dragging all my children to every Saturday, to every event, every party you are there? The time you would have used to sit with your child, you're not. We're coming. The next point is that social media is not your problem, it's lack of control. All this, hey, social media, I want to do this. If you don't have control over anything, shut it out. Shut it out in the meantime. Shut it out in the meantime. Gain control, gain mastery. Gain mastery first. Gain mastery first. That's the first thing to do. This one, social media is controlling you. You will need to be on TikTok watching reels. You're not even doing anything productive. Ask yourself, what exactly are you doing? That's why, because your brain has been wired for entertainment. That's why you're constantly trying to look for what will entertain you. You watch skits, laugh it off for hours. And then you tell me that the chat in the inner circle is a lot. Let me hear that again from any other. I will give you buzzwords with it. What's that? A place where you should learn because you are averse to it. You have not trained your focus. When you really look at it, you go on social media doing all manner of trash, all manner. You are arguing everything that happens. You are not producing anything. One of the rules in my house is that if you don't have anything to give back to the society, you're not on social media. No, my children are not going on social media at 18, FYI, because they are 18. No. If you cannot show me a tangible proof of being on social media and why, and how you're going to become a blessing to your world, you're not going there. When you leave my house, you can go there and send a full day, but not under my watch. Not under my watch. The children are on social media roaming about. That's what, all their mates on social media, they will feel left out. Onye will left out. All of them, because they just turned, they're now 15, everybody is there. If you raise your children with everybody's there, there's a cutoff point, when they are 18, they are adults. I'm sure you've heard me say that. The Bible did not tell me that 18 is adult. It says a child left alone. It doesn't matter the age, would actually go astray. So whether you're 18 or 30 or 31, same thing. And that's why you must build your wisdom, because the way to actually help a child who is 30 is different from the way to help a child who is 20. That's why most of our parents cannot help you in any way. So it's your child. So if your child is not ready to give anything back, they have no business being there. And that takes it back to you. What do you do on social media? Scroll away. Most of you just scroll away. And then, you have the time to complain. Hey, I don't really have time. I can't really watch webinar. I can't really do this. I can't really do this. You can't, because somebody said, Coach, I've never seen you be overwhelmed. And this is not me trying to bobo you. I have friends. The other day, my friends, I've never seen you complain. Never seen you shout that you're busy. You're overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. Where? Why? Your systems are wrong. Your system are wrong. Somebody said, I wish Coach can shed more light on this church activity. What other light do you want me to shed? There's no other light to shed, man. What's the question? It's simple. Choose your heart. At the season of your life where you have toddlers, you have no business attending 3 services. It's simple. It can't be that hard. You have no business. Come home. Go and disciple your children. People say a lot of things, and I hear quite a number of things. I was listening to that would be is it Joy Oga, one of Bishop Oyedebo's daughters, who said, without our mother, we would have been lost. Every service, because where my dad was, it's difficult to raise children from that point. Every service day, we just, after first, they carry us and go and sit us and begin to disciple. Discipleship is your core. We think it's a church that will disciple your children. It's not a church. No, it's not a church. It's not a church. So you need to, I can sleep. My husband today, right, in church, right? When we finish service, even yesterday we finished service, I was in church. We do service after service because my husband is inside counting room. So when we finish, I sit down. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not in a hurry. I can sit down there. Everybody had gone. Many times it's when my pastor is coming out that I'm now finding my way to go. I greet my pastor. praise and blessings, and then I go. I won't do it if my children are toddlers. I won't do it. I won't do it. You need to take away that. So don't allow people to guilt trip you. People, I was asked, oh, you need to be in leadership. My husband was a deacon in church. So both of us should be in church morning to night. My children running around like headless chicken. And then I'll say, yes, I'll say, yes, I'm actually parenting. This is what it is that I'm supposed to do. No, 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 no. That's not you parenting. No, that's not you parenting. That's not you parenting. If you need to cut it down, then cut it down. That's what it is. In the now, people will abuse you. People will accuse you. They did. They even told me that I might go to hell for having children but it's okay. It's all right. We're used to it. Anyway, I needed to put that out there. But if you know your relationship with your God and understand that having children, if you know your relationship with your God and understand that having children is also part of this calling, then you would understand. You will understand that you need to be there. Let's go on. There's a lot to talk about today. There's a lot to talk about. And then, I was talking about social media. One of the things you want to do today is to do some level of social media audit. You need to do some level of social media audit. All right. Social media audit will mean today, get into your social media space. Ask yourself, what am I consuming? What am I consuming? Who am I following? Who am I following? Ask yourself, what am I taking in? What am I taking in? Ask yourself, what am I giving? See, if you're on social media, so there are more consumers than there are creators. But at every point in time, every one of us are consumers, even for those of us who are creators. But if you don't consume the right things, even your creativity dies. Even your creativity dies. Very important. So don't consume what is wrong. You think it's nothing. You're just scrubbing and just laughing with you. Oh God. You think it's nothing. I asked one of my team members, I said, what do you use to pass time? She said, scrolling on social media. I said, wow. What an interesting pastime. Scrolling on social media. And for some of you, that's what you won't be able to scrolling. I don't scroll. No, I don't. You can't find me scrolling. If you look at my time on Instagram, I work online. On Instagram, on Facebook, you probably find 2 hours in a day. I don't scroll. I go to the places that I don't allow the algorithm determine what I do. No. I get into Instagram, for instance. There are people that I want to see their posts. I put in their name. I have it on my notes. So I come every morning, I write the things that I want to do. I write it on my note. me have this. Let me just. All right. So sorry about that. I bind this network with everything in me. I bind you. I bind you. I bind you. What is that? Okay. Like I was saying, it can be an advantage for you to actually come and learn, but you need to now decide. See, I'm not just going to scroll away. I'm not going to scroll away. I'm not going to allow the algorithm to determine what it is. What are you looking for per time? Go and look for it and get out of that space. If not, you are going to be stuck. The algorithm of social media is created to waste your time. That's what it's created for. That's what it's created for. People you follow on social media will determine if you grow or you remain mediocre. People you follow on social media will determine whether you grow or you remain mediocre. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. You follow every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Everything they say you consume. Everything they say you consume. Let's go, because there's still a lot to talk about. Now, here are the few, places, right, that you can begin to take a look at what you need to do. But before we even get in there, now, what is time management? Time management is the ability to decide what matters the most, ability to allocate time accordingly, ability to execute with discipline, his leadership over your day. Time management is life management. Time management is life management. If you cannot manage your life, your time, it means that you cannot manage your life. And many times I see that our lives are being whiled away because we can't manage our time. Think about it. Every day that you wake up and you're just, passing by. Are you passing by? Come manage your life. Why is it that many people struggle with time management? No clear priorities. Nothing is important. Everything is important. Your hair is important. Your shoelace is important. Your key is important. Everything is important. There are no priorities. No structure in your home. You wake up, you just do things anyhow. Emotional exhaustion, you're emotionally exhausted. Constant interruptions. There are a lot of interruptions from everywhere. Living reactively instead of proactively. What will be, will be. Anything that we want to, do, it's okay. Whatever we be. It doesn't really matter. All these things that they are saying is not, there's a latest slang. Each one will not even matter in heaven. Abi, that's the way we say it. This one will not even, it's not even going to matter in heaven. All right. And you know the thing. There's something that I was reading. I think that's very, very, very recently, right? And I saw something very intriguing. Some of us were raised by our parents to become time wasters. I'm going to show you how. Some of us were raised, as in the way that we were programmed as time wasters without even knowing it. So that's how we have grown up in our lives. That's why. So it was not intentional. It was a system. You were never taught how to prioritize. You were never taught how to make decisions. You were never taught how to finish what you start. You were never taught how to focus deeply. You never taught how to manage energy. So you grew up busy. And our parents were very driven with us being busy. You're just doing it. You're just idle. They didn't really understand that it wasn't about just being idle. It was about so that's why they can give you a goosey to be peeling. And so you say things like, we were, when we were growing up, there was no time for all those things. Instead, they just give you a goosey. So they give you a goosey to peel, just to keep you busy. So you become an adult who is constantly trying to catch up. Constantly. So everything in your childhood was reactive, was urgent, was emotionally driven, was crisis managed, was last minute. Was last minute. Somebody say, what is egusi? And what's melon? Please forgive me using an Igbo word. All right, melon. They just give you melon to peel the back. Melon to peel back. Of course, unknowingly, they were raising adults who were struggling with focus, who would procrastinate, who would fear making the right decision. And then they raised us to become overcommitted. Our parents raised us to become overcommitted because we were raised without the ability to say no. So we became overcommitted. So every time, many times you actually find out that to prove and assert yourself, you need to be busy. So being busy is like a self, asserting yourself. I'm writing a book called Dear Busy Parent. And you need to know where that your busyness is coming from. All right? This is, very, very interesting. So they didn't intentionally raise us to be overwhelmed. Many of us were raised to be overwhelmed. Obey immediately. Accept every responsibility. Carry up the burdens. And most of us started carrying burdens as adult burdens early. Our parents told us about their relationship, So we needed to prove being useful. We need to earn approval through performance. So we grew up. If I'm busy, if I'm not busy, I'm not valuable. If I say no, I'm disrespectful. If I rest, I'm lazy. Some of you cannot rest. When we do rest as a skill, I'm sure you're going to learn a lot. Some of you cannot rest. You can't really sit and rest. If I overcommit, that's it. So busy became a badge of honor. Busy became a badge of honor. Exhaustion became our identity. Overwhelmed became normal. So we say, I'm overwhelmed. It became a norm. You see where it's coming from? It became a norm to say, so it's like normalized nonsense. I'm overwhelmed. It became a way to assert ourselves. I matter because I am needed. I am important because I'm occupied. I am relevant because I'm in demand. That's why for those of us who are creators, who are, in the creativity industry, seeing your face on every flyer is like you have achieved something. Hello. I was teaching this in Masterpiece one time. You want to be everywhere. Your face on every flyer. They call you here, you are there. I don't go everywhere. That's why my rates are high. No, I don't. I'm not interested in being everywhere. That's not what asserts me. I'm not interested. I'm not in the space where, being everywhere, going everywhere means that I'm doing well. It's part of your trauma. It's part of your trauma. So the moment you just see, do you know how many flyers? I even hear people say it. Do you know how many flyers I was on this year? Oh, shit. You will become beaten, battered, broken. You can't do nothing. As if that's what God has called you for. You're in this flyer and that flyer. They are calling you and say, you come and teach in this. They say, yes. Meanwhile, you have not finished stewarding what God has given you to steward. You're on every flyer. At some point, I called all my mentees. I said, I don't want to see you guys on the flyer. That is irrelevant. Before you get on the flyer, please pass it through me. What are you doing there? So that you can assert yourself. Some of those flyers, you have no business being there. Anyways, that's a conversation for another day. All right? But busyness is not the same as purpose. Busyness is not the same as purpose. Overcommitment is not the same as significance. Exhaustion is not a proof of impact. You're exhausted. That's why you can't find me exhausted. How? My impact is not about exhaustion, no. And that's where the real question begins. Are you busy because you're purposeful? Are you busy because you're afraid to say no? You're afraid to say no. Are you overcommitted because it aligns with your values? Or because you were trained just to, just be there? You're not struggling with time. Many of parents are not. You're struggling with identity. See, one of the things that is wrong with our time management is an identity problem. Yeah. One of the things that is wrong is that we have identity problem. It's not just time management. And if we don't get to the root of the identity problems, we'll continue to go around in circles. Overwhelm, this one, that one. It's an identity issue, not a time issue. That's the heart of the issue. So the root is identity. So it's not about time management. It's not about having better plan. It's not about a stricter schedule. You're even a more productive morning routine. No. These are just tools. They are surface issues. The real issue is that we don't know who we are outside of doing. We defined ourselves by how busy we are, how much we can handle, how needed we are, how many people rely on us. That's how we define ourselves. Until you confront that, you will continue to circle endlessly. Do you know that I've seen a lot of mothers just to be asserted? Every time you are busy, your children can't do anything. If you remove that ability to be everywhere for you as a mother, something is off from who you become. So the problem is not that you don't want your children. You don't, you are interested in your children doing it. No. That's not the problem. The problem is that in your wiring, that gives you relevance. That's why you do everything. Wake up in the morning. You wash clothes for a 13-year-old. You cook for them. You do it. You exhaust yourself because that's what makes you relevant. That's where you can actually, that's where you can actually prove that I'm a mother. I do everything. The way you even brag about it. Matador. In your fatherhood journey, there's no point. So for you, being busy is what makes you a man. I've seen quite a number of men. Remove money from them. They are down to nothing. Nothing. And that's a sorry state. Down to nothing, no identity. Because we were raised that your identity is around the money you make, how much you make, and then they train the girls to go after what it is that you have. So take away money from a man, he's empty. Take away money a man has in a woman, she's empty. Empty. And at the end of the day, there is nothing in that body apart from the busyness of life. That's the root of the matter. And until you confront it, we're going to go in circles. Today is one task, tomorrow another, tomorrow one commitment. So we're chasing productivity without purpose. We're chasing productivity without purpose, activity without identity. Time management without identity management is like trying to fill a leaky bucket. So until you get to the root, who you are and what truly matters, you will never break free from that circle. So the key is self-definition before scheduling. Self-definition before scheduling. You can't schedule your way into life that you haven't defined for yourself. Did you hear that? You cannot schedule your way into a life you have not defined for yourself. So this is critical. Identify identity that you model. You need to identify who you are. And then model it to your children. That's what shapes how they work. That's what shapes their worth. That's what shapes the business for their entire life. For their entire life. So it's okay for us to talk about, time management, some of the things you carry on, you have no business carrying on. But because of who you are, I was doing my Bible study a few minutes ago, and I read something very striking. I'm going to share with you because, just got prompted in my spirit to share with someone who might learn something. When you read the book of Mark, I think it was Mark chapter 2 verse 4, correct? Now, it says, when they could not get near him because of the crowd, they made opening in the roof. Now, that verse was not about a miracle. that verse was not about the miracle. It was about the power of the right people in their life, in his life. When people share that story, I've shared this story for a long time. And every time I've shared it from, when you have people in your life, they will hold you. No, it's not about having people. Some of you, what you need to do today after this class is go and audit your relationship. They might be your biggest time wasters. Before I share the 5 principles of effective time wasting, effective time management, right? I want to share the principles, time wasters. What are the time wasters? Silent time wasters of your life. Number 1 is relationship. Now, in that verse, he says that the paralyzed man had faith, but his faith alone couldn't carry him, right? Yes, people carried him. Now, the problem is not having people around. You need people who will carry you when you cannot carry yourself. Now, there are seasons in your life where your vision is strong, but your strength is weak. Yes, he could not walk, but his friends could help him. But the problem is not just his friends helping him. The problem is that his friends were solution-minded. They were not excuse-minded. The Bible said, when they could not get near him because of the crowd, most people would have said, the place is full, maybe next time, let us go back. But these men did not retreat. They looked for other way. They climbed the roof, they broke the protocol, they created access. You need people in your life who can think creatively. Having friends is not what the problem is. They can be there, but they are not solution-minded. It's a time waster. Is a time waster. Anything that kills your focus is a time waster. It's a time waster. You need people who can push past obstacles on your behalf. On your behalf. Some of you have friends who are constantly complaining, constantly giving excuses. They waste your time. They waste your time. They will waste your time. I tell you. You need people who can think creatively, who can refuse to quit, who need to push past obstacles on your behalf. The scripture said, when Jesus saw their faith, not his faith, their faith, the faith of your spouse, the faith of your friends, the faith of your mentors, the faith of your covering, these are the things that is tied in your life. You need that faith. Are they the wrong people? Are they the right people? The wrong people will keep you on the mat. Yeah. If he had surrounded himself with complainers, he would still be at the gate. You have friends who are complaining, all sorts of complaint. Your circle determines your access. Your circle determines your exposure. Your circle determines your expectations. Some people will sit beside you and pity you. Others will pick you up and reposition you. Come on. Why are you keeping people who are pitying you? Choose carriers, not spectators. People who can carry you out of that place to the next place. You need roof breakers. He's not mouths. He's not people who are saying, hey, yeah, is that what happened to you? Hey, oh, yeah, complaining, giving excuses. That's not what you need. They are time wasters of your destiny. No one fulfills destiny alone, but the question is, do I have the right people? And also, am I the kind of friend that would tear you for someone? Your friends, your relationships can be a time waster. You might be close. You guys might have been friends since secondary school, bestie. But as your bestie, turn to your worstie because of the purpose of your life. Think about it. If you move your life according to, you are sentimental about it. Hey, I don't really know. I've known her for a long time. You can't say no. You can't say no. This circle at this time doesn't really pay me. Time wasters. You love them. There are people you love, but your spirit is not aligning. You love them. You gist with them. When you see them, you're excited. Is that all there is? Is that all there is? It can be a time waster. It can be a time waster. So all this, I'm trying to find roof trying friends. I have 5 friends. We're very close. We're just being, are they time wasters? Are they time wasters? At some point in my life, I realized that I needed to be auditing my friends on a yearly basis. And I don't want anybody wasting my time. I don't want spectators. I want carriers. Some people will sit beside you and pity you. Some people will pick you up and reposition you. Choose your heart. Do you want people to reposition you, or people who just pity you and say, hey, yeah, is that what happened to you? Oh, you lost your son. Oh, hey, yeah. Conversations you must sit with yourself and you have. It's better you walk alone than have friends who will waste your time. Some of you, the only thing you do is call on the phone with your friends. You will gossip. After this webinar now, you have a friend, you call, hey, you see what I heard? Hey, you don't even know what coach said. Hey. Wasting your daylight on gossip. I don't gossip. I don't sit down and talk about people. Why? Why really talk? Do you know what the things I have to do? I'll sit down and talk about. Somebody say, maybe, somebody told you about me. That's why I say me. Mike. Me like this. Like how? There's no time for that. Your circle determines your assets, determines your expectations, determines your exposure. What are you exposed to? Number 2, phone calls. According to my father in the Lord, you pick up call, you call somebody for 1 hour. And let me note, if this is not even a perfection work, you've heard me say it before, I was on that table. I would talk to my mother for 1 hour, 2 hours. Maka, why? Tell me. 1 hour, 2, as in I'll be on the phone. Hey, mommy, hey, you should not tell me one village. Hey, are you serious? Did you want your sister? Did they? Now, wow. Gossip. Nothing more. Gossip. I did that for years. It's your, I'm close to my mom. We talk about everything. Talk about everything inside where. And what are you talking about? Maybe your mother has nothing to offer you. It's just you, just actually whiling away time. Imagine 2 hours talking things that will not get you anywhere. Did I say you should not call your mothers? No. I still talk to my mother. I started to schedule how we speak. And I started to understand that I can't be on the phone 2 hours just talking. Why? 2 hours. As I've done it before. So I know it is a time waster to kill your destiny. It will. A time you can use to sit and talk. Then you can use to, you are just talking, good, and all of that. You need to get to a point there where your parents will say, that this gist. So my mom called me the other day and said, that this gist, all this gist does not interest you, Seth. Don't worry, I will call whoever and tell. In my mind, I say, oh, shit, come on now. Because as you're telling it, I'm cutting you short. Right? And we have a beautiful relationship with my mom. My mom is in this class, by the way. But it was a time waster of my life. See, you need to sit with your life and tell yourself some truths. And until you do that, God, until you do that, something doesn't change. Something doesn't change. Another thing that kills your time is multitasking. A lot of you actually think that multitasking is something that you should do. What are you saying? I need to multitask. I need to do this. I need to do that and all of that. We've not even started talking about managing energy. All right? I need to do everything. That's what you were taught. That's one of the myths. All right? That's one of the myths that were taught over the years. That you need to multitask for you to actually become. Multitasking doesn't help you. It drains you. It drains you. And, many times you just say, but, so your brain is switching rapidly when you're multitasking. And in that brain switch, you lose mental clarity. So you're doing this, 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 you're doing this. You just lose mental clarity. You increase mistakes, and then you drain your energy faster. And you know when you go, how many of you have gone for interview? I say, well, you say, I can multitask. Oh shit, multitasker. I can do everything all at the same time. It feels efficient, but it's mentally expensive. So focus work actually finishes faster than multitasking. It's easier to focus when you understand when you naturally have energy. So many times you hear people say, like in this webinar now, some of you are listening to webinar and cooking with one hand. You're sweeping, you're doing something else and all of that. You can't have best of both worlds. You have, because the switch that is at that time trying to go here, go there. So multitasking erodes focus and drains your energy and time. And he said that when you scroll on social media, that it takes about, I think 20 minutes, 20 seconds, I can't remember what, for you to get back to the work. So you lose. So anytime you're multitasking and going from one work to another, you're losing time more than you're gaining time. You're losing time more than you're gaining time. But over the years, we've been taught, to multitask. So even when you scroll for, a few minutes on social media, the brain switches. They say studies have shown that it can take up to 20-25 minutes. Sometimes people underestimate it, and say, oh, it's in seconds. No, it's actually minutes. So you're getting back, but you're not really back. So that means every quick scroll adds up to lost productivity. Every quick scroll. Let me just check something online. Productivity is lost by almost 20%, 20 minutes. Do you know what 20 minutes of your life is? Not 20 minutes of your life is. So you might think multitasking saves time, but the brain cannot truly focus on two demanding tasks at once. Never. You're switching between tasks, your energy is drained, you end up slower, you end up with more mistakes, and then the matter of lost time. You take 1 minute to scroll on social media, right? It takes 20 seconds to regain focus, even if it's 10 seconds. Do the math. 10 times a day. That means you're losing how many minutes in a day? Over weeks, over months, it adds up to hours. And then it is shallow tasks instead of deep work. One of the things that you can do is to do time blocking. Time blocking. Dedicate strict block for time, separate from social media. My time is blocked. When I come every morning, I actually write a note, a time block note. And then I say, from so time to so time, I'll be doing this. As I'm looking at my time, as the time is going, I'm moving from one task to another. Sometimes I'm not done with it. I'm like, okay, this is something I can come back to tomorrow, right? Then I go again, okay? And then you actually get into the next one. Then no switch zones. When doing focus work, keep your phones out of reach. It helps you. Batch social media, batch it. Schedule small times to check in instead of randomly. So why not say at 12, I'm going to be on my social media between 12 and 12:30 to read, between 12 and 12 o'clock to post. I have a time that I go on my WhatsApp. I don't answer. I don't just wake up. If you watch, there are time blocks that you actually will get me. When I'm doing deep works, mornings are my heavy deep works. I don't sit down chatting away my life. So deep focus is more valuable than constant doing. Multitasking gives you the illusion of productivity, but it steals your momentum. Let's finish this time wasters. All right? Multitasking. Another time waster is lack of structure. There's no home structure. All right? There's no home structure. There's a lack of structure. No fixed bedtime, no homework routine, no time to wake up. No, how will you manage your time if you're scrolling? Somebody asked me, how will you hear from God? There's no other way to hear from God than to read the word of God. Is there any other way? All this, you think that somebody will tell you one word from heaven, my child. Sit down and read the Bible. That's all. There is no other way. Any other way anybody has told you, they lie to you. They lie to you. All you need to do is to sit and read. You sit and read. So you need to have a reading. It helps you. I have a time for my Bible study in a day, every single day. Nothing blocks it though. Structure saves time. It teaches, this is very important. Structure saves time. When do you wake up? You scroll on social media or you're on your phone, scrolling. You end up sleeping so late. If you see me working at 12:30, I've slept and I've woken up. I've woken up. So that's why I'm able to wake up again at 5. So I remember last year, I talked about the 5 a.m. club. A lot of yadas read it. If you've not read that book, go and read it. The 5 a.m. club. You begin your day saving a lot. I get to the office early, so you can't outwork me. How? By the time you're coming at 10, I'd already go. As in, I've finished almost everything on my. So before 12, I'm done with my day, the core deep work. So structure. Another time waster is unnecessary drama. Every conversation does not require your participation. Why are you participating? Drama on social media. Hey, somebody did this. You're there. You are posting. You're making 10 posts that somebody got married. Does it bring you money? I don't understand. Everyone on social media talking. Hey, they made it. Yeah, this person got married to this person. Hey, this person gave birth. Somebody gave birth. People are debating whether they should give birth to. Somebody said they are evil. Somebody said the child will die. You are there debating, making hot take. You're always on that hot take. You leave what it is that God has sent you. When the devil wants to deal with you, it doesn't come straight to you. It steals your focus. The devil doesn't have the power. You don't know. It doesn't have the power to do anything to you. It just eliminates and steals your focus. Drama, you are under every drama, under every blog post. You are hot take. This one doesn't bring 1 naira to you. You are hot taking. You're hot taking. This is something that you need to deal with. Guard your emotional time. Guard your emotional time. Guard your emotional time is so key. Procrastination disguised as preparation. Researching, planning, reorganizing, no execution. We've been talking about EI course. Hey, I don't know whether I need it. Let me even research whether I did it before. Let me see whether I did it. Time wasted. You won't hear, some of you will even hear Holy Spirit. And you see, say, Holy Spirit, that's not what it is right now. Let me just, decision fatigue. That's another one. Decision fatigue. What are we eating? What should I wear? Some of you don't know what you're going to wear tomorrow. You cannot wake up on Sunday and organize what you're wearing for the week. At the level of planlessness, how do you survive? You're so unplanned. Routines reduces wasted mental energy. So you are everywhere. Hey, let me research. Let me plan. Let me reorganize. Let me execute. You can't take decisions. No, you can't. You can't. Another thing that wastes your time, perfectionism. You see people saying, you have written this thing. You have edited it. You have overthink it. You have done it. Hey, you're waiting for perfect conditions. Everything needs to be right. I cannot. You want everything to be perfect. It's trauma. So when somebody said, with the level of excellence that we have in TIP, there shouldn't be mistakes. I say it's a lie. Who said so? Excellence is not lack of mistakes. So no. Excellence is your ability to stay on a thing and do it continually with major and everyday improvements. Don't let the devil deal with you. He said, excellent. You're excellent. You should not maybe say, you carry it on your head and then you never move. We post what you are looking for where there's error. Let me correct it. No, but very excellent people. I'm not saying that error should not be corrected, but I'm not fixated with error. No, I'm not. Neither am I fixated with perfection. No, I'm not. Somebody said that when we're doing TIP annual conference, that people who were talking, moderating, were making mistakes, that she was surprised I didn't come to stop them and say, no, this is an excellent platform. I say, just like that. We're not a system that, we encourage mistakes and it's okay. We're not afraid to fail and it's okay. We're not perfect. We can never be. and we will make mistakes. And that's what gets us to the point where we're vulnerable enough to say, oh, it was a mistake. We will correct it. Many people come to us and say, this was an error. God, but don't come with, you're selling brand. This kind of error should not be happening. Please don't bring that kind of thing to me. Don't. Correcting is okay. Telling us that, excellence, live up to the excellent standard. This kind of thing must be eliminated forever. Oh, we are eliminated forever. Errors and mistakes, failure. We will keep failing. We are not perfect. We can never be. Never. And that's why you raise your children with, you're learning, in TIP. You're learning, you're practicing, you're doing the things. There is improvement here and there, and all of that. You correct your child, the child make a mistake again, you are angry. I've corrected it before. What is the problem, ma? Sir, what's the issue? The child is a human being, and the child is going to continue to be a human being. So the child will make mistakes. The child will fail. Why are you so obsessed with the fact that the child is failing, or the child is making mistakes? Correct the child. Do the work. But don't make it look as if everything on your life is ongoing. It is a time waster. It's a time waster. It's a time waster. Time waster. And then you get fixated on it and you don't move. I've been in TIP. I've been in Naseko. My child is making this mistake every time. He just went so perfect. Somebody sent me a chat. Let me just bring out your legs. And said, oh, that the 6-month-old is not really eating. She can hold food in the mouth. My only response was, my daughter was on that table. My daughter will hold food in her mouth for 2 hours. Then carry your sob. You'll be all right after a while. Everything is not going to be perfect. Stop pushing so hard. Extend grace to yourself. I'm not perfect. Excellence is not perfection. It's ability to stay on a thing long. If you tell me I'm not an excellent person, you are lying. Do you know how long I've stayed on this thing? It's only excellent people that do that. Will I make mistakes? So why not? So don't write me an epistle and tell me excellent brands are not supposed to make mistakes. And also says who? We're very open to mistakes. And we are okay with it. We're also open to correction. We will take it with every humility in us. Every single one. But don't tell me we're not supposed to make mistakes. Take notes. FYI. For your information. Another thing that can actually waste your time are unclear boundaries. Unclear boundaries. You say yes to everything. When you should say no, you're saying yes. Every yes costs you time. Every single yes. Every single yes. Saying no to people is very easy. Very, very easy for me. I've said no to a lot of people, even in the yard. People have come, oh, please, can we do this? We can do that. I said, no, we're not doing it. It's against our value. It's against our principles. I won't do anything to please anybody. This calling is bigger than you and I. I will not. If it's not aligning to the value, I'm not doing it. And unapologetically so. No apologies rendered. No apologies rendered. This is another thing. Another thing that can be a time waster is constant interruptions. Every time, notification. My phone is on do not disturb. Another FYI. Constantly. If you need to call me, then I'm going to see that you need to call me. And if you need to send me a message, yes. But people just wake up in the middle of the night and just dial your number. Like, really? So no. I am the one in control of my mobile phone. My phone is not in control of me. Why am I so agitated to receive a call? Why? I don't breathe air with people wanting me. No, that's not where I breathe my air. Again, we go back to identity issue. So my phone doesn't ring out. If I need to call, you need to call. There's an emergency and all of that. The moment you actually try to call me, it's an emergency, then I know and I can call. People who can reach me know how to reach me. Not everybody can reach me. And yes, I'm unapologetic about it. I need to save my life because I need to save my time. I need to save every hello, I realized. Do you know how many people down my number every day? Every hello, who is this? I will end up doing no work. So I'm going to come here every day giving you excuses. Do you know what it takes for us to create that? Every guide you see, I created myself. It's not the team. FYI, again, I sit with myself and I create it from start to finish. What time will I sit down to actually be able to then constant interruption? Somebody will just die. I just want to call you. Somebody was going, I just want to call you now, 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 now. Oh, we are. It's not, I'm not the air that you breathe. Neither are you the air that I breathe. No, 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 no. Anita said, I told her, the other day. If I need to, talk about it, I'm going to come to your question. She asked me a question that didn't make sense, right? For me to, type it. It wasn't going to make sense if I type it. I needed to actually explain it, of course. And I said to her, I would explain it at this webinar. I will before I go. So mobile distraction can be such a distraction. Such a distraction. You pick up. So my parents know if it's urgent, they send the message. If it's urgent, they send the message. And they say to me, you need to right now, maybe you need to call, I need to do something with you and all of that. All right. So I was trying to look at my network. Sorry about that. And you need to call or something. And then I'll know that, okay, I need to call. Sometimes it's not an urgent thing. They'll just say, when you have time, give me a call. I'm like, okay, Dad, I will. My parents had to learn how to send voice note, how to send messages. My father used to claim that, doesn't know how to press voice note. As I saw, Gasa, you will learn it, sir. If not, you will need to wait until whenever it is that I can reach you. My dad has learned. So you are not the air that anybody is breathing. Anybody who needs to reach me knows. So people who are very close to me know how to reach me. All right? Somebody said we can hear you. Please confirm that you cannot hear me, or you can hear me. Catholic Women Organization. Confirm that you can hear me. All right? Please confirm that you can hear me. I think you can. Okay, great. The team said I'm good. Another thing that actually kills your time, another time waster, is lack of rest. Tired brain works slower. Fatigue increases mistakes. Mistakes require fixing. Rest is not laziness. It's a productivity strategy. Sit and rest. Somebody asked me, you do a lot. When do you rest? I say, you don't want to know about it. I rest a lot. I sat down, watching a documentary when I'm done with work. I will see a movie. I'll just see my husband. Part of the best things I can do is gisting with my husband. Sometimes we spend like an hour sitting and gisting, about different things. So please rest. Rest. It's not a badge of honor. I'm always busy. Before I came back, I'm cooking. If you're always busy running around, your children are unskilled, they will be a burden to you. All right? Another thing is small. I've talked about small gossip conversations. 5 minutes just here, 5 minutes just here. It feels light. It accumulates. Another thing is scrolling while waiting. You're waiting to pick your children up in school. You're scrolling. What happened to picking up a book while you're scrolling? What happened to picking up a book? What's happening while you're scrolling? So you can be reading. Because my husband waits in church after service, I usually have books. So yesterday I had this book, which is the book that I'm currently reading. That will be the last of my 6 books for the month of February. This is my 6th book. It's my church growth stories, Dr. Yonggi. And I just sit down and I just start reading it. Before it could come out, sometimes I've done 2 chapters. Sometimes I've done 3 chapters. You want to know how I do it? That's how I do it. I don't let my time, leak. The worst thing you can do is to let your time leak. Most of the time, your time is leaking. Your time is leaking. All right, so stop scrolling while you're waiting. Another, time waster is avoiding hard task. You clean the house instead of writing that proposal. So procrastination hides inside productive activity. So you're avoiding that hard task because hard tasks will take you more. You just want to do the small things. Another time waster is not teaching independence. Doing what your children can do. You're tying their lace. You're cleaning up for them. You can save so much time teaching your children to be skilled. Sometimes you lose. You save three minutes now, you lose three years later. Did you hear me? If you're cleaning up for your children, he said, I just want to save time. They're wasting my time. You save 3 minutes now. But in the long run, you lose 3 years. 3 years. 3 years, you have lost 3 years when you really put it together. While you're trying to do everything for your child. Everything to your child. All right? Another time killer will be watching just one episode. If you are in the season of your life where you're trying to build, you have no business with TV, shut it down. Shut it down. I can afford to watch things right now, shut it down. Shut it down. Another time killer is the things that we do with our body. Do you know that making your hair can be such a time killer? I'll tell you a story about myself. If you read Kingmaker, my book, The Kingmaker, right? I wrote a story about managing time. At some point in your life, you get to a point where the Holy Spirit will need to actually work with you specifically to help you. At that point, that's where I was. And I was saying, do I get time to do this, to do my Bible study every day? I was, asking God, as I need to be able to sit with my Bible study on a daily basis. I cannot afford not to do Bible study every day. I was praying. The Holy Spirit said, make up. Make up now. I used to spend 40 minutes. See my face. Clear like sunscreen. Clear of anything makeup. I used to spend 40 minutes to 1 hour every day. If you know me before, you guys don't even know this is your coach. As in sleek to the end. My eyebrow. I did makeup artistry. So I did professional makeup artist in House of Tara. So I can make up a bride. I can do professional makeup. I'm sure it's shocking to a lot of people. And I love makeup. Hey, Jesus, I love makeup. I love it till tomorrow. But now I don't anymore anyways. You know what? I cut it off. 40 minutes gained. Do you know what that Bible study I've done in my life? Many years down the line. I've not applied one powder. They did makeup for me during my birthday 40th last year. I was like, I'm looking for like a different person. Now when you put makeup, I'm like, I can't feel myself. I want my skin. I want to see myself. It looked like it was air that I was breathing. It's not any air. It's not any air. Beautification can be a time waster. I'm not saying you should stop, making up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that maybe you might need to look at where are your time leaking from. Where is it leaking from? Beautification can be a time waster. And sometimes you work with God to a particular time where it gets you to that point. You see my hair. My hair doesn't go beyond this. And I have a system of making my hair. My hair is made while I'm writing in my office all the time. So because it's this simple, it's just for you to twist it. It doesn't take more than 30 minutes. So while I'm writing, my hair is being made and there is a time block for it. So I can't do anything that takes me more than that. Anything that takes me to a salon, I'm not going. I'd rather carry my time. Because some of these are where the time leaks, are coming from. Check your time leak. Check it. Check it. Sometimes you're in the salon for hours. Maybe in this season of your life, what you need to do is to chop off that hair. At the time I cut my hair off, that was a season where I was. That season didn't allow me to be in the place where I needed to do all of that. I needed to actually put a lot of things in place. So carrying this hair is not a matter of, before people used to come and reach me and say, goodbye wig now, it will make you to look nice. And all of that, do you know how many wigs I had? And I'm not looking for wig. If I want to buy wig, I can buy a factory. The problem is not wig. It's the time waster. That football that you're watching for 90 minutes in this season of your life can be where your time is leaking. Cut it off. Time with the boys might be where your time is leaking. Cut it off. All right? The other time wasters. Clutter. Clutter. A place is cluttered. You can never see clutter around me. My home is very straight, organized. My clothes are folded in a particular way. So I don't waste time looking for things everywhere. No, take out time. Arrange your house. Your kitchen is like a barrage of, you have things that you're not using. You have clothes that you have plates that you have no business, using. You have used it. My parents have you had it since the beginning, and you're no longer using it. They are now decoration. Clutter, take it out. Anything you've not used in 6 months, you can't use it again. Take it out. Your clothes, dash it out. Have a few. It helps you. It reduces stress. Less stuff, more time. Fix systems, and time will return. And time will return. All right? And time will return. Honestly, Coach Omolala, the conversation is deep. Or if you know, you know. All right. Another term waster I've talked about, not teaching independence. All right. Parenting without system is another time waster. You're repeating the same correction. There are no systems. You don't need another lecture. You just need a system. All right. Let's quickly go to managing energy. Managing energy. You need to start managing your energy cycle. Now, one of the things I have seen is that here are the 5 top principles of effective time management. Number 1, know your top 3 daily priorities, not top 20, not top 30. All right? Not top 30. Okay? So just complete 3. Your day is successful with 3 most important priorities. What must happen today for the day to count? 3 of them. All right? Time block your day. I've shared about that. Give tasks instead of I will do it later. Say from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. I'm doing this. My time is so scheduled that even my friends know. If you want to actually see me, I would need to look at my timetable. No, I don't just grant access like that. No. I look at my timetable. What's happening? Okay, this is a time block that is available that we can use for this. There has to be a time block. Has to be a time block. All right? So who gets that scheduled? What gets scheduled gets done. Anything you schedule is what will get done. So schedule it. Don't leave it to chance. Number 3 is that you need to create family structures. Many of you are overwhelmed because there's no structure. No fixed wake time. No definition of work. The children just do homework anytime. They wake up anytime. They eat anytime. They watch TV anytime. Structure saves time. It reduces chaos. All right. How do you start managing your energy cycle? Boom. This is the real conversation. Many times I've seen it quite a number of us. You wake up at 4 a.m. You're cooking jollof rice. Meanwhile, that's when you have a burst of energy. Who is guilty? Jollof rice at 4 a.m. I can't even try it. Meanwhile, jollof rice is a mundane thing that in your energy cycle, jollof rice can come at any point in time when you are tired. So it's not something you are thinking about. But because you haven't really, structured your time, you are just doing your, that's like that. Now, the truth of the matter is that the first thing you want to do is to understand your energy cycle. Now, your energy cycle is not the same all day. All day. You have high energy hours, medium energy hours, low energy hours. My highest energy hours are in the morning. So instead of multitasking and doing your tasks all day, and you just need to understand your natural rhythm. Now, high energy, deep work. If I want to do deep work in the morning, 5 a.m., from that time to 12, that's when all my deep work is done. My writing, my everything. You can't catch me responding to emails in the morning. How? So that's when your brain is sharp. That's when you use it for planning, for creating content, for strategic thinking, for studying, for important decision, for teaching. You wonder why Inner Circle webinars at 10 a.m. That's when I have a peak of the energy. That's a deep work. That's when I can do deep work. If I teach this same class at 6 p.m., you will never get the same content. Never. I understand my energy cycle so well. For so many people, this is for morning. For some, it is late night. You need to know yours. Protect it fiercely. In those times, it's not the time you want to be doing random phone scrolling, quick favors. Just help me quickly. Just help me get, not in my mornings. No way. No way. So my cooking happens in the evenings because I can do it with the lowest form of my energy. I don't need so much energy to do anything. My children do chores in the night. He needs very little energy to do it. Why am I waking my child up in the morning and the first thing you are doing is running around doing chores everywhere? Time that my child should sit and reflect and think. I'm giving him chores that, it's a modern thing to do chore now. Chore, it is chore. The child can do it in the night. Just do it, sleep, wake up. The only thing you need to do in the morning is to make your bed. So your mornings become more productive. More productive. So in that time, they're waking up to reading, to doing something, to thinking. Let your children learn to wake up to think. Stop waking up in the morning and you're scrolling through phone. Hey, VDM, he has posted another one. Oh, that's the first thing you do. Win yourself off this thing. Win yourself. Win yourself. When I wake up at 5 a.m., the first thing that you see me do is to actually I get into my reading, I get into my gym, my squats. So I wake up every morning and I do squats every single morning. Because I'm also trying to protect a lot of my, while I'm doing that, when I'm done, I listen to there's a level of message that I have. And then before you know it, it's time and I go take my bath. I can't wake up in the morning and I'm cooking food. How? Cooking food. Can't be cooking food at that time. So medium energy is where you do execution work. This is when you function. You are not at your peak of clarity, but you can function. So you can do admin tasks. You can do your emails. You can do your calls. You can do your errands. You can do your supervised routines with your children. It's called maintenance mode. So if your medium energy is in the afternoon, then turn all of this work I'm talking about in the morning to afternoon. Then there's now low energy. For me, low energy is night. That's when you restore or you light breaks, right? Use it for rest, for reflection, for family bonding. It is in the evenings I do my gym time. My proper gym is in the evening. So I spend like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours in the gym. It's my low energy time. I can't really, my thinking is not this thing, right? My thinking is not so much of it at that time. So I sit in those times and I'm just, trying to reflect through my day, be in the gym, carry my weight and all of that, whichever one. Some people in the morning is when they can do that low maintenance work because in the night is when they can think. Night is when they can think. Somebody say you like, no, VDM is what people are watching now. What else people watch? That's the one I hear people watch. I don't know what you're watching. But anyone you're watching, that's the one I'll be calling. It used to be Bobrisky before. But you guys are no longer watching Bobrisky. I think he has gone a whole. People are now watching VDM. Which other one people watch? It's all right. So in that time, that's when you do family bonding. That's when you do prayer and meditation. That's when you do, simple household chores. Stop forcing yourself to produce at the peak level all day. You're not a machine. You're not a machine. All right? So if you need to prepare a meal in the morning for school, prepare it in the night now. Is there any meal that you must prepare in the morning? I don't know of any. Prepare if you want to cook jollof rice, for instance. I learned from my daughter. My daughter was 4, right? Was in grade 4 when they used to actually wake up. They wake up at 5. Before they wake up, before they go to bed, they've made the sauce for the jollof rice. They boil the rice. They cut all the ingredients. In the morning, when they wake up, you just see her, boom, everything turned, jollof rice ready. And boom, we're off. So there is nothing that you cannot really, you can structure your day. So why is a frying egg? Why are you frying egg? Boil the egg. In the days where you need to. The way days where you need to actually. So structure your time, do your meals in such a way that you can regulate them. And why are you frying egg? If you're over 40 and you're eating those things, you're eating buns, puff, all those things. That's why your energy will be low. Anyway, we are coming there. All right. One of the things that you want to do is ask yourself, how much can I do today? Not how much, what is my best energy? What deserves it? The question increases output without increasing stress. Notice when you feel alert the most, schedule your most important task in the window. Stop doing 5 things at once. Deep focus plus energy alignment equal to excellence without burnout. Protect your mornings. No matter whether you're a morning person or you're a night person, protect your mornings. The first 16 minutes determines your productivity. Protect it. Protect it. No phone calls, no chaos. Set your intentions, review your plan, center yourself, win your morning, win your day. I think there's a preacher who says that. Win your money, win your day. All right. When you say I don't have time, it simply means I've not prioritized. Time reveals value. If somebody matters enough, if something matters enough, you schedule it. I schedule everything. We schedule our outing, we schedule our talks. My husband and I schedule everything. We're busy people, so we schedule everything. So divide your day into 3 blocks: growth, family, self. If you're able to do that, so growth, business, learning, purpose; family, connection, teaching, leadership; self, rest, health, and spiritual life. If one block constantly gets ignored, imbalance will follow. So for high capacity individuals, your issue is not time. It can be overcommitment, and you can do, you can do many things. But you cannot do everything at once. So discipline is saying no to good things so that you can say yes to great things. Did you hear that? Discipline, discipline is saying no to good things so that you can say yes to great things. That's why I say yes to great things. All right. So somebody first 60 minutes, not first 60 minutes. Very important. Okay. This is very, very important. All right. Let's go quickly to the last phrase. I need to really run so that I can finish what it is, what it is that I have. All right. And on this conversation today. Now, there are 4 types of energy that you must manage. Number 1 is physical energy. That's your body. If your body is tired, everything feels harder. Move. Part of time management is to move your body, to manage your energy, manage your physical energy. Signs that you are low at your energy. You're always snapping at everybody. You can't think. Your brain is foggy. Constant fatigue. If you're always tired, walk. Low patience. What do? Sleep discipline. You need to discipline your sleep. Take water every morning. Move your body daily, even if it's 10 minutes. Even if it's 10 minutes. So eat for fuel. Don't eat for convenience. If you're above 40 here, you're eating 3 times a day, there's something wrong. Except there's something that you need to do to your body. You are ill and you need to actually stuff your body with food. But if you're above 40, you're eating 3 times a day, you're killing your body. So eat the right thing. Eat for fuel. Don't eat for convenience. All right? Don't eat for convenience. A tired person will overreact. A rested person will regulate. So look at your physical energy. That's one of the things that can help you. And if your physical energy is not, put in place, you find that you're always tired, you're always grumpy, So if you have watched me and you've watched my status, if you're not watching my status, you're on your own. I go to the gym every day. Monday, Tuesday, only Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't go on Wednesdays. I'm in church on Wednesdays. My routine is actually very predictable. So I'm in the gym. It doesn't even matter what's happening in those days. So when you say, I'm calling you, I'm in the gym. Let me go and focus and, put myself together. Eat for fuel, not for convenience. Work out. Move that your body. You don't need to go to the gym like me. Some of us are gym rats. No, you don't. What you need to do is to focus on moving your body. If it means taking a walk all through the day, all in the evening for like 30 minutes, please do. You don't need an equipment to do that. Wake up and start to put yourself together. Eat right. One of the ways to maintain your physical body is to eat right. All those Coke, you are drinking Coke, you are 40. You are drinking Coke. I stopped eating a lot of salt when I turned 30. I don't understand how you guys do it. When I turned 30, I realized that, too much intake of salt is going to be difficult. My 40s, I need to do. So what do I do? Let me start working on it now. I don't do seasonings. I learned that one even in the yard. Funny enough, a few years ago, somebody talked about, how you can actually do your food without Maggi, seasonings, and all of that, and the dangers. And I learned. I started to wean myself off it. Now I can cook without those seasonings, and I'm good. And if you eat food in my house, very tasty, so don't bother. So yes, I learned, the other things that, you can use and all of that. These are all the things that you need to do for yourself. Why you are taking fizzy drink? I can't remember the last time. In the morning, I take my tea, water, and then I eat. I eat once a day, once every day. You don't need all this, all this everywhere, and your body is suffering for it. God will not come down. No. It is you that will manage it. The next thing you need to do, you need to manage your emotional energy, your inner client, your inner climate. Your children borrow your emotional state. When you have low emotional energy, that looks like irritation, overreacting, taking things personally. Some things are posted, like I'm sharing now. You are getting angry. It's not me, it's you. If you enter a webinar, something hits you, and you're like, why would she talk like that? Your emotional energy is low. She may have been screaming at her, becoming an emotionally intelligent parent course. Any other who doesn't attend, you come to me in the place of the branch of crisis. You will go back to it before we start. Because that's the only way you can actually be able to manage parenting stress. That's the only way. That's the only way. All right? So that's how to manage your emotional energy. How do you manage it? Stop consuming content that drains you. Every time you're like, hey, they killed 10 people. Hey. Somebody said that in Nigeria, the news are tiring. I said, I can't even see the news. I cannot see the news. Manage what you watch. Limit access to people that bring you negativity. It's part of how to manage your emotional energy. Journal your triggers. Journal. Journaling takes out a lot. Journaling takes out a lot. So journal your trigger. So if you are getting this thing, you cannot raise emotionally regulated children if you are not emotionally regulated yourself. So you need to manage your emotional energy. Do you know that the time that you're using to get emotional during a webinar can be a time you're thinking, how do I get out of this space? It's a time waster. You spend 2 hours analyzing a webinar, how it was said, how it was not said, and the things that should have said where, how. Is still not managing your emotional energy. It's a time waster. A complete time waster. So you need to manage that energy, pause before you react, and all of that. Number 3 kind of energy is mental energy. You need to manage your focus. Scattered mind, scattered home. Energy leaks too much social media, too many unfinished tasks, multitasking, no clear priority. How do you manage? Plan your top 3 priorities, daily priorities a day. Batch similar tasks. I'm currently writing about 3 books. I have some planners that I'm writing. I finished writing 2 yesterday, and I batched it. And I was like, when I finish this one, I need to just go on this block and finish this other one. Batch them. Batch deep work with together. Keep your phone away. Keep it away. It's not going to run away. Switch it off. You're not the president of Nigeria. Even the president gets a time where nobody can reach them. Switch it off. Focus. Switch off your phone if you need to. When I started putting my phone, people on to not disturb and nobody can reach me, did I die? Are you a celebrity? Even if you're a celebrity, wait till happen. This thing is not dependent on that phone, except that's where you work for. That's a different conversation. It's not dependent on it. Shut it down. You can't become productive like that. Reduce decision fatigue. Routines will help you with reducing decision fatigues. Reduce it, all right? Structure will protect your mental energy. That's one thing that structure does for you. So your mental energy. So I'm not stressed mentally. No, I'm not, all right? Another thing that you want to do is spiritual energy. That's the 4th one, the last. When you are spiritually grounded, chaos will not shake you. Yeah. See, signs that you're disconnected spiritually: constant anxiety, comparison, feeling empty despite everything you have achieved. Those are signs that you're disconnected. You're like, hey, I don't know whether these children, hey, they're going to, I'm in the inner circle. I've done 2 months, so hey, I don't have a result. Hey, it's a sign that you're disconnected with your creator. It's not me that is the problem. How do you recharge? Create quiet time. Create quiet time. Create quiet time. Create it. Gratitude. Practice gratitude. Journal it. I've shared before with you that we have a testimony book. Journal your testimony. Pray and meditate. Read and sit. Force yourself to read. Your life depends on reading. Yeah, Your life depends on it. You don't get it. People, you think it's about me, or about you coming to buy books. Your life depends on it. I read like my life depends on it because it does. Somebody say, Coach, how do you read 6 books in a month? I say, I can actually read more. I just, get to. I say, I know what is chasing me. If I come here without reading, you will know. I'm graced, I'm anointed, I'm anointed. If I don't do the work, even you will run from this platform. I need to do the work. I'm not deceived. Your love for me is because of the value that I give. The day the value is not there, you will just look at it and say, what are they even teaching here? Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? You will not start calling me she. You will not remember that I'm coach. She will not be everything. I'm all those people that call me she. She said, anyway, I'm coming for you. So, parenting, your life is not just about physical. It's emotional labor. It's decision, affects your decision systems. It's constant leadership. Leadership requires regulated energy. So stop saying, how can I get more done? Start saying, what drains me? What restores me? That shift changes everything. So in that your simple energy audit, you will see 2 columns. What drains my energy? What restores my energy? Then eliminate 1 drain per week. Then add another 1 restoration habit daily. Small shift, big differences. Small shift, big differences. All right. And some of these things that I share here, right? The truth of the matter is that they are doable, they can be done. If I haven't done it, I won't teach it. Honestly, I will not. I will have no business teaching it. All right. So some of these things are the things that are even, dealing with your own systems about your parenting. You have the time to complain about your children. You have the time to be buying instead of building. You buy toy, you buy gadget, you buy comfort, you buy everything. You are not building. You are giving devices to avoid comfort. You are discomfort. You are working without boundaries. Yes, you need money, but your children also need you. Stop giving them crumbs. You end up giving your children crumbs of your time. Your time is valuable. Time is valuable. You avoid hard conversations. Right? These things are going to stress you. Your children do not need entertainment, they need attention. So when you look at that, your audit book, you see how you can create all the things that you need to put inside that your audit book and how you can begin to work it out. All right. So this is very important for you to note. How do you manage your energy? Remember these 5 M's. Don't forget it. Mindset. Cultivate a positive mindset. Number 2, movement. Incorporate regular physical activity. Number 3, your meals. Maintain a balanced and nutritious diet that you need to deal with. All right. Number 4, management of time. Plan and organize your tasks. The last one, meaningful connections. Procrastination is a proof you're avoiding the life you say you want. Don't procrastinate. Stop being busy and start being effective. That's the difference. Somebody asked me that what's the difference between, I think, blind obedience and taking instructions. All right, that was what I said I was going to explain before I leave today. Right, the difference between blind obedience and taking instruction. Now, blind obedience is following commands. You're not thinking, you're not questioning, you're not understanding. I do this because I must. If not, I'll get punished. That's blind obedience. A child needs to clean their room, not because they understand why, but because you said so. Now, of course, this kills initiative. This kills independent thinking. This creates fear-based compliance. It doesn't teach judgment nor responsibility. So doing without thinking, that's a key thing you want to remember. Now, taking instruction is listening, understanding, and executing guidance correctly. All right. Now, the mindset is that I understand what I am supposed to do, why I'm doing it, and why I act accordingly doing it. So, example, a child puts away their toy because they understand that the house needs to be tidy. Not because they need the value in keeping, organized and following guidance. They just understand that this is something that needs, so I understand it. So the instruction says remove it. So I understand this instruction and I'm taking it, I'm carrying it. So it builds competence, it encourages responsibility, it allows your child to question. So blind obedience will create followers. Taking instruction will create responsible doers. Your goal is not just a well behaved child. Your goal is a child who understands expectations, apply them even when you're not there, make independent choices aligned with your value. So, what do? Explain the why. Don't just say, do it. Show, please, why it matters. Ask for feedback. Can you repeat what I've said? Encourage reflection, correct gently. Blind obedience is about fear or habit. Taking instruction is about understanding, learning, and acting responsibly. I hope that I answered that question for you. Now, remember, you waste time scrolling, then you wonder why your dreams are delayed. Your dreams are delayed because you waste your time scrolling. I will do it later. Is the anthem of those who never achieve much. I'm busy is a language of those who do not know what to do with their time. So stop being busy. Start being effective. Start being effective. Discern on earth, all right, what it is that your activities are a function of time and season. Everything done on earth according to time and season. Ecclesiastes 3:15 says, if you don't manage your time well, you will lose out in life. John 9:4 says, there is a time when night comes, when no man can walk again. Life is about time management. The zenith of any kind of dominion is a dominion over time. That's why restoration of time is the biggest miracles of all times. In Africa, we kill time a lot. We start praying for restoration when time has gone. Time is the only equalizer for all men. When Satan wants to destroy you, he studies the gap in your time. He occupies you with things that are not essential in your season of life. When God wants to help you, he grants you wisdom to understand time. No matter how you complain about time not being enough, it's not going to change. So what is essential? It's not what can I balance. Essentialism is what it is that you need. Essentialism is about seasons. It's about discernment. There are lots of things that matter in life, but not many things actually really do matter. There's never going to be enough time to do everything. But there will always be enough time for you to do what matters. I don't have life balance. I have essentialism. At every time, I'm asking myself, what is essential? What is the most valuable use of my time now? That's the question you must ask. The discipline, the willpower, the focus, the perseverance is the difference maker in achieving anything. Saying no to others is saying yes to your purpose. The biggest enemy of focus is your inability to say no. I can't do it in this time. Stop being accessible to everyone. It's not flex. Your time is too valuable for that. You don't owe anyone your presence. Protect your peace with your life. Protect your peace. And I say prioritize purpose, productivity, and your peace. The key to timeless productivity is purpose. When your action aligns with your purpose, time becomes an ally, not an adversary. Time is not an adversary. Time is an ally. Time is an ally, not an adversary. Prioritization is not just about doing things right. It's about doing the right things. Time spent on essential things is never wasted time. Productivity is the act of making out time, not making more time. The act of making more out of your time. And you can't make out time. You can't create time. So efficient time management transforms potential into achievement. When you don't manage your time well, you actually would increase your stress. In the Bible, Mark 4:35 to 41, Jesus was with the disciples in the boat and there was a storm. Despite the chaos around them, Jesus was calm. He was showing inner peace. Managing your time well allows you to navigate life storms with composure. Find peace. Find peace. Not in having more time, but in using it wisely. Wisely. You need to develop, skills to be able to manage your time well. You need to develop skills on crisis navigation. A sense of urgency. Navigate. How do I navigate this crisis? Stop wasting time solving one problem and just staying stuck on it. There should be a sense of urgency in your life. That's the quality that is possessed by only 2% of the population. 2% do the things fast. 2% have bias for action. So all you need to do is, how do I do this thing now? You need to get a reputation as someone who does things fast. Excellence is a sense of urgency. Excellence is a sense of urgency. When you start to open up your future, you act now, you do it now, it becomes a mantra in your life. Live your life like you're dying the next day. That's how I live my life. I don't seek perfection. I have a sense of urgency that creates the urgency that allows me to run the way that I run. So if I need to teach something today, then I need to teach it. I have an urgency for the vision that I have. We need to raise our children like we're going to die tomorrow, because you can't die tomorrow. All excellent people have a sense of urgency. Unfortunately, many of us trade the faithfulness for busyness. We are busier than any other generation in the last 400 years, yet we're the least effective people. So I'm being effective, not just cluttered in stuff that drain you. You can take anything from me, but not my time. Not my time. My time is the most treasured aspect of my life. When you take my time, you have taken an irreplaceable part of me. So no, I don't give my time to just anybody, to anything. That's why I have placed a premium on my time. To speak with me for 1 hour, you pay. I have placed a premium on my time because I've worked hard to make my time the way it is. When you're raising children and you lose time, you can't get it back, because time cannot be replaced, nor can it be recreated. There's something called concentration mastery. Attention management skills go beyond time management. You need to build concentration. True concentration is not the absence of distraction, but the ability to stay focused, amidst it all. Attention management skills. Manage your attention. Build your attention. Build your attention. Build it. See, there's a time to create yourself to a valuable. See, you create so much value around you that you begin to understand what your time means to you. You're not just living anyhow. Whatever passes. You learn to live your life. It's a skill. It's not as chronovaluation. Learning to live your time, value your time, is a skill known as chronovaluation. You recognize the inherent worth of your time and you make conscious choices to invest in activities that align in your goal. Learn to value your time. When you value your time, you don't waste it. Learn to value your life. Is your life a joke to you? My life is not a joke to me. So no, I don't joke with my time, because my time is my life. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life. Have clarity of the vision that you're having. Why am I here? What am I doing? What am I supposed to do in this period? Make plans. Don't just sit down and just, tell yourself, eliminate your time wasters. Name them today and eliminate them. Tell yourself, this is a time waster. I want to take it out of my time. Plan your time. Don't let people plan your time for you. There's no miscellaneous time. If you make time miscellaneous, you make your life miscellaneous. Did you get that? There is no miscellaneous time. If you make time miscellaneous, you make your life miscellaneous. Write it down. Build time slots. A successful life is a product of successful days, and successful days is what makes successful years. Stop. Leave designer bag. Leave all those things. There is time for everything. Invest in you first. Become so valuable that you can't be overlooked. Time becomes so valuable. Name your time wasters. Free training is another time waster. Before I go, let me say it. Free training. Free training gives you lack of focus, no commitment, overwhelm and inconsistency, limited accountability. Everything free. You are jumping. Hey, they say it's free. Hey. You're already in the inner circle. Settle. Focus. Stop jumping from one free master class to another free master class. Without the financial investment or formal commitment, you actually will not feel a sense of accountability to complete or apply what was learned. So lack of accountability would actually is an opportunity cost. While the training itself is free, the time invested is an opportunity cost. Time spent on training programs could potentially be used for something effective. Stop jumping from one place to another. Stop it. Stop it. So you need to learn to overcome all of these things. All right? It's very important. Don't be everywhere. Stop being everywhere. You have no business being everywhere. You have no business being everywhere. I'm going to stop here. Because of course, there have been a lot said already. All right? There's a lot that I wanted to share. I can see that I just saw that my time is almost 20 minutes fast spent than normal. All right, maybe in the voice note tomorrow, I'm going to share about the 5M parenting framework of managing your time and your energy so that you will be able to also put a lot of these things in perspective and in place. All right, I'll stop here. If you want to do personal development, find that course, pay for it, sit on it, and work it out. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me, and see ya in the yard. This is where I stop. I wanted to continue, but I just looked at my time and I saw that this is us shooting over our time with so much. Have an amazing day, others, and see you guys in the yard.
Common phrases in the inner circle. Let's go.
You're coming for an inner circle webinar and you're not with your yellow blanket with red trimmings. Is that even a joke?
Oh, I'm running and I'm not looking back because 10,000 lions are chasing me. I have watched all the webinars, but today, Coach came with a bazooka.
Even with my humility agbada, I still collected.
If you're not in the ark, you better enter now because flood na bia o.
In the inner circle, we dey walk and they show.
TIP Police is coming for you. There is no need harness here.
You definitely cannot relate because you are not in the yard.
If you are not in the yard,
why not?